Hey everyone, hopefully you're having a really good day. My name's Andy. My channel's Finding Value. We're going to do our daily technical analysis update of oil and natural gas. They are both some of my favorite sectors. I like copper, oil, natural gas, uranium. All these sectors, guys, they're so good. Precious metals, they're going to reward you if you're patient. They're going to reward you if you're patient. And at the moment, oil is, it's having its time in the sun. And all these sectors are going to rotate and shift over time. We're going to have big moves up, and we're going to have pullbacks and consolidation periods. Oil is just in a move to the upside. And I'm sure everyone likes it, and they're probably chasing and doing FOMO and whatnot. And you know what? I don't do that. I don't FOMO into a sector. I buy it when it's down. Right now, if I were you guys, I don't know if I'd be chasing these companies. I'd probably be looking at uranium and precious metals because they are down. But I do see further upside. Everything looks really good here, and I'll get you into the chart patterns and see what I'm seeing. Again, this is just my financial opinion. Please don't use it as advice. But let's dive in here, and I'll give you what my opinion is. We are coming up into some resistance, but no one told oil that it's coming into resistance because we had a nice, good, solid update today. $2.50, 84 on oil. What's happening here is we're going to come to a decision point. This is where we are coming into basically a resistance area. We're going to find out what happens here. So usually what happens is you hit your head on some resistance, some sellers, you come on down, and now we're coming back up to hit it again. Sometimes we're successful at breaking through, or if we don't, we can also spur a consolidation period. And what I'm doing is I'm looking at the pattern. I'm looking at the pullbacks. We could go into a consolidation period if we don't break through here. Difficult to say if this is going to break or not. The pattern looks absolutely fantastic for a run at it. Big buying pressure, small selling pressure. The buyers in control. We're going to see what happens. Next week, we'll find out if we break through it or not. Natural gas, basically sideways. I drew this pattern in here, just kind of guessing that we're probably going to be chopping back and forth with some volatility, but it looks okay. Everything's kind of holding on here. XOP looking good. It put in a bullish engulfing candlestick, which means we're probably going to go higher. So long that oil maintains its pace, these guys are going to start rolling because now we're starting to go into, we're starting to break above these areas here, which is resistance. And once we break above it, I think you're going to see a pretty big move higher, probably at least to maybe 133 or something like that. And then, 133-ish, 120 or 120-ish, maybe down here, 120, 133, somewhere in that range. We'll probably encounter a little bit more selling pressure. But everything looks really good. We're breaking to the upside of this pattern for XOP. SM Energy looking strong like bull. Looking really good. Finished strong. Opened and finished strong. Good buying pressure in relationship to selling pressure. I think we could, if oil can break here, guys, this is going to be a big move to the upside. I've got a projection of $62 of this pattern of the shoulder, head, shoulder pattern if we can break it. So we'll see if we can do that. I don't know if we're going to do it right off the bat. We may take some time. We are going to come into some resistance kind of right where it's at. We're coming to the 52-week highs, and we'll see what happens. CDEV, another one of my favorite companies. It's broken this downtrend, kind of squeezing up pattern to the upside. We've got good buying pressure. It finished quite strong. Let's hope it can continue. Crew Energy, what we did is we broke out, kind of did a back test, and we found buying pressure today. What this is a bullish piercing. So we put in a bearish engulfing, and then we put a bullish piercing right next to it, which is good. The buyers answered back the sellers with a bullish pattern. So that's good. Hopefully we can head higher. CPE up 7%. Nice, good bullish engulfing pattern. This suggests that we could potentially go higher. Athabasca Oil holding on. It broke out. It did a retest, and hopefully we can start making our way higher. Recaf putting in a 4% up day today. So that's good. I'm holding on to my shares. I'm not doing anything with them. And what we did, and I'll just draw in kind of a pattern here, is we came into resistance here, and I'm going to draw it. There's some selling pressure up here as we break through it. So we flew on up into that selling pressure. It sold back off, and we got buyers still. The buyers are still there. They're saying, hey, Cheetah's not injured. The cheetah is not shot, guys. It's okay. Just let it make you money. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Northern Oil and Gas, and no, I don't sing. Descending wedge, broken to the upside, big buying pressure, small selling pressure, buying pressure today. It still looks good. It's holding on. Better hold on to it. That's what I'm doing. I'm not doing anything with my shares in oil, guys. I think this is going to go so much higher. If I throw oil price projections, you guys would say I'm ludicrous. And you know what? That's what I am. I'm ludicrous. Shoulder, head, shoulder. We're coming on up. CPG is update today. We'll see if it can continue. We have a little bit of selling pressure up there. GTE up again today on the big long-term picture, guys. It looks really good to continue higher. I wouldn't do anything. Tellurian, yeah, we're getting some selling pressure. I don't like these big down days here. We did answer back with kind of a bullish piercing type pattern. So hopefully we can, this is about buyers and sellers just battling back and forth. Podevco getting a little bit of a sell-off today. Very small. It's not good to see this on a 3% update in oil, but you know what? I'm holding on to my shares. We'll see what happens. OAS, getting a little bit more bullish on Oasis. Good update today. It looks good. Good solid buying pressure. Nothing to complain about. Comstock wanted to do its retest move. Yeah, it's down a little bit today. Natural gas was down. This is more of a natural gas stock. Sandridge, it's a little bit of oil and natural gas. It's hanging on, just kind of chopping sideways. We do have this kind of larger sell-off day yesterday. REI, bullish engulfing. Hopefully we can get some traction to the upside, and oil remains strong. Surge Energy, surging away. This was one of my newer picks. It's looking really good. Breaking this resistance line, it's surging through it. I don't know where else to use the word surge, but I'm trying to, guys. Surge was an energy drink in the 90s, I believe. So if you guys are my age, I'm 40, the oldest millennial. I remember Surge energy drinks. I think it was in the 90s. I don't know. It was a green and red can, I think. And then Tamarack Valley Energy is looking good, moving on higher. So that's good. Looking at the energy service companies, we'll touch on these. Strong, like Mega Bull. This is like that one dog picture that weighs like 300 pounds, like Hercules is his name, and that's what I think of when I see this breaking out. Really nice move. TTI looking good, bullish engulfing, buying pressure, small selling pressure. Oh man, small selling pressure looks uber strong. I like it. Transocean, again, bullish engulfing, guys. This is a time that you might want to add in. It looks like it's actually picking up steam to break. I hope oil is strong. If oil is strong, these are going to be ultra great investments here. They're just going to continue to go higher. Okay, I'm going to talk about Seadrill real quick. They have not exited bankruptcy. Do not buy these companies before bankruptcy. They have to exit bankruptcy, and then if you're in them, that's who they're going to kind of screw over. I mean, they're going to not give you your money back, or they may give you some option or whatnot. You want to invest into it after they are exiting bankruptcy and they release it again. So wait for that. We'll put it on the channel. I'm sure some of us will tell. I do think Seadrill will be a very good investment after it goes through bankruptcy. And maybe we can look for warrants. Maybe we can invest in warrants, and maybe I can kind of let you guys know what warrants are. But I think that would be a good bet if they release warrants with this bankruptcy, because sometimes they do that. So do not buy Seadrill at this moment. That's what I would say. And if you own it, I would get out of it. But here's ProPetro Holding Corporation, moving on up higher. Very strong buying pressure. It looks absolutely fantastic for pump. I've been talking about this on the channel. I'm like, this is ready to go. Up to you on what you want to do. Exterion Corporation, looking strong. Good buying pressure. Bullish engulfing. Not too bad. Valaris looking good. Breaking its resistance line and moving on up. So that one looks good. MMA Offshore is looking good. It's way down there. It's got really good opportunity and value. Tidewater, it's right in the tip. It's playing the game just the tip. Yeah, it's coming into some resistance. Whenever it comes in resistance, you might get some selling pressure, and eventually this is going to break through, and it's going to look really good. I mean, it looks really good. NEX, man, this thing's been on fire. I mean, it just keeps going up. I saw this down here. I did not buy it. I don't know much about NEX, Next Year Oil Field Solutions, NEX, but man, this thing is gone from $3.50 to $6 in a heartbeat. CHX is another one. Bullish engulfing, looks really good. Buying pressure and small selling pressure. The energy service sector looks to be absolutely excellent. Cactus Class A, this guy is WHD is the ticker symbol. This one looks fantastic. It's breaking out of its pattern. Probably going to see a lot of upside here. OII, another one that looks really good. It's coming on up. Good buying pressure. Nothing to hate there. A little bit of down day in Noble Corporation. Some of these deep sea guys are getting a little bit of selling pressure, but I would be a buyer for a long-term hold in these if you guys have a lot of patience. And Helix Energy Solutions is strong like bull. It's moving on up. Hopefully you guys got in when I was getting in down here when I was making my comments about, hey, I'm just going to buy some and let it sit in there for a while because it's coming around and it's looking really good. So that's what I'm seeing in the sectors, guys. The energy service sector looks really strong, uber strong. The exploration production companies look strong. So oil from the chart patterns look really strong. We are at resistance for the oil price. So if we get and knock through that oil price from where we are at, we could see another run. All of the energy service companies and exploration and production companies are lining up for a move higher. So it's dependent on oil. If oil pumps through this, we could see a big move, a next leg higher, a big move higher. We could see, I don't want to put numbers out there because you know what? It's going to get people too excited. I don't want you guys chasing price. You guys should have been in this already. So if you're in it, you should be holding on, going, and riding higher. If I wasn't in it, I'd be looking at the energy service companies. That's where I would be looking. Some of these exploration companies, they're moving quite fast, and they're going to be brisk, and they'll start moving if we get oil to move higher. Everything's in alignment to move higher, from what I can tell in the charts. If you guys like this analysis, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and thank you for listening. This is Finding Value.